Hi, everyone, and welcome to the weekly angel message for the week of Sunday, November 3rd, 2019. I'm spiritual coach Lisa Hopp. If you're coming back, thank you so much. I appreciate it so much that you have subscribed, that you're enjoying the videos. I get so much great feedback, and I'm very, very, very grateful. If you are just discovering this, if you're new, thank you. Please go back and see the previous weekly angel message because a lot of them may be still relevant, and also check out the podcasts and also the meditations that I've loaded. Love the sunlight right here. It's a beautiful sunny day. I hope all of you who celebrate Halloween had a wonderful one. I did. Still a little bit of a Halloween hangover, but I'm okay with that. So, if you have seen the previous videos, you have seen a constant theme from the angels of these times, and the energies that are quite challenging. A fasten your seatbelts kind of time, bit of chaos. Last week they encouraged us to be calm. This week is a little bit different. This week coming up, the angels are telling me that it's going to be a bit, not necessarily calmer, but we've adjusted to the energies. Those energies are energetic. They're also how we are coping with the worldwide stage right now. So the adjustment means that you may feel this week that you're not all over the place. It's not as chaotic, that you have adjusted, that you're able to handle everything much better now. However, by the end of the week, probably about Thursday evening onward, there's going to be this flood. It's a flood that is shown to me much like an overflowing river current that flows at a very fast pace. And that flood is a lot of us allowing ourselves to get pulled right into the holiday season. A lot of us are just going to dive in at the end of this week. We're not waiting till Thanksgiving. We're not waiting until Christmas. Matter of fact, for a lot of you, Christmas is going to be celebrated mid-November rather than December 25th. Now, Santa and his minions tried to interfere with my Halloween. It was literally, I shared it on my personal Facebook page of 3 lines of traffic, and Santa's car was going over into the lane of Halloween and the lane of Thanksgiving. So, and I saw some of you just saying, let's go there now. I'm ready for Christmas. And so, and you may have noticed advertisers too, they're not even waiting for Black Friday. They're doing their Black Fridays early rather than the Friday after Thanksgiving. So here in America, we celebrate Thanksgiving. And so everything is being pushed up. Now, sometimes that happens anyway. But this year, I've noticed it a little bit more prevalent, and you may have as well. It's as if Christmas has taken over August onward. However, by the end of this week, while I've been holding on to the embankment of this river, trying not to be swept into it, I very well may be swept into it as well as some of you. And it doesn't even matter if you celebrate Christmas or any holiday or what holiday you celebrate. You're going to be swept up in it too. Why? It's not because you're materialistic. This Christmas holiday season altogether, no matter what holiday you're celebrating, is going to be one that is therapeutic. So many of us are getting into it. Many of you will be getting into it much earlier because you need it. You need it in a therapy escape. I want something else to focus on besides what I'm watching on the news or how things are in my home or with my personal relationships. You're diving in. You're diving into escape mode. And so it's not even really about wanting to spend more for the holiday. It's about wanting to get into Christmas carols, spend time with friends, spend time with family, do these holiday traditions that maybe you weren't really all that interested in before, and maybe you were, but you're doing them a little bit more this year and you're doing them sooner. So notice it. It's coming. Not necessarily a tsunami, but an overflowing river at a rapid pace, taking us all into Santa Never Never Land. Well, I guess there's worse things to concentrate on. Now, a little side note, that even though it would seem that the stores are going along with this flood as if they know, and sometimes they do know about trends, what's really going on is that the economy is not as good as perhaps you've been sold. And so the stores are trying to get into the holiday season sooner to raise their bottom line. To Black Friday means more. And so try not to let them pull you in, because it's about you, not them, okay? Let them take care of their business. You take care of you. And do get into the traditions. Do get into going to see the Christmas decorations and the baking and the spending time with loved ones. That's important. That is satisfying. It is healing. It is a wonderful therapy. So that's what we're talking about here. And that is what the angels know is to come. So I want to, as if you've seen the videos before, you know that I'm about now to channel a little bit more of an extension to what I just told you. So most of the time I work with Archangel Michael. Today there is not really a warrior kind of energy, so Archangel Michael may not be around today. I feel like there's a softer energy, a more feminine energy wanting to come in. Excuse that. Feel like we have Archangel Sakiel, and I will explain that Archangel a little bit more and what they bring, as well as a Gabriel and a Raphael. So there's a little bit more of a healing kind of tenderness coming forward with the angels today, which is why for the extended cards, I went ahead and decided to go with the Power of Love deck by James van Praagh. Because the energy is softer. It's just softer. And for your pick a card, as you know, I have all of you guys pick 1, 2, or 3. Oh, if you don't know, I do that. Today we're going with The Sacred Destiny by Denise Linn, because it's also a much softer, much more therapeutic, much more tender card. Okay, so we're not really going with angel cards per se today, but we are going with oracle cards that the angels will use to speak to you. So I'm going to give you, right now, I'm going to look down a little bit because I really don't like when I'm channeling to look in the camera. I think it's a bit, as I've said before, creepy. And so I'm going to look down and tell you what they say. This is going to be them verbatim in a moment. And any intuitive nudges that I also get while I'm channeling, I will give to you as well. Okay? One moment. Correct. Soft nuances are now coming. The hardships of before, especially at the end of last week, are clearing. Energies are softening. You will feel that you do have now the ability to handle it all. We'll see you through it. We are very satisfied with how well you've done. And we want you to have the confidence in yourself now that you are able to handle whatever comes at you. Swerve yourself away from anything that doesn't feel right, anything that is hard. Try to clear yourself out as well. So while the energies are clearing out for you, it is your right to clear away from it as well. And we will support you. They're asking me to draw cards now, so I'm going to start to shuffle the deck. The pretty deck. There you go. Also, while I'm shuffling, I want to say that the one thing this week that is not clearing out are the fires in California. Not yet. So please, all of us, I don't know what we can do, but thoughts, prayers, whatever support they need, it's important to give to that state. Relief is coming. Relief is coming. It just may not be fully this week, but shortly after that, yes. All right. California is meant to come through the storm. It's also meant, all of these fires, for them to implement changes. Not the raking of the forest, okay? But other important changes that may prevent some in the future. So experts will step forward now, especially mid next week, to see what they can do to prevent some of this from happening in the future. Some of it cannot be prevented, I'm sure, but there will be steps taken because California is weary. And even the government doesn't want, even there, I'm trying to decide if I want to do a fourth card, because I'm going to do all of them because the ones that flipped out. Yeah, flipped out. We'll take that. They're weary, and the government is doesn't want them to be weary. Is weary with them, and so they do want things to be different. They do want to see what course they can take. So they're all in it together, and it's a common thread of wanting to do better to prevent this, to prevent human life from being harmed, to prevent animals from being harmed. You know, they really are weary. It's really run its course. And so watch that, because better is to come. And if you're in California, please know better is to come. So I pulled 5 cards because they were flipping out to be noticed. And so, excuse that, by the way. I'm very comfortable now, so I'm just going to scratch and rub. Okay, so the first card is integrity. Integrity. Interestingly enough, I had a weird sound come out of my computer. It's been some weird things happen lately in this house, in maybe around you as well. It's the thinning of the veil. So, hello to whoever's joined. Okay, so the first card is integrity. Integrity card says, you demonstrate the truth and honesty of your soul and manifest love with your every action. What the angels are saying to us intuitively is, by next weekend, before the next angel message, many of you are going to start to demand integrity. Integrity of yourselves, integrity of your government, integrity of your leaders, integrity of your spouse, integrity of your friends. And it really hits by Friday. It hits by the end of day Friday. So that tells me probably the news cycle on next Friday, Saturday, into Sunday is going to be giving us more. And this time, you're done. This time it's like, okay, I want more. I want more integrity out of those around me. Not just those who are national, your leaders, but also personally with those around. And it's very common, often one area overflow out into another area. And so what you want out of your leaders, you also want out of yourself and out of your friends and out of your family. And so know that something's going to happen by the end of this week that causes you to ask for that. And angels are saying, let it. They want you to ask for more integrity. They want you now to ask for what you want to have, to ask for what you seek. All right. And also, I'm being told to say it's going to be fine. What you ask for, you will receive. Better late than never, but what you ask for, you will receive. And you'll know that's coming by even next week, by mid next week, that things are in the work to give more integrity into all of our lives and yours personally as well. The next card is more of a request from the angels. It's tolerance. The tolerance card says you appreciate other points of view because you sense the love in everyone. This is not a card of prediction. This is a card of request, as I said. The angels want us to respect ourselves more, to have more tolerance towards each other, to not be so divisive, to not automatically stick to our teams, to the point where you're willing to agree to nonsense. You're willing to put aside your values and your morals in order to support one side or the other. We're all one. We're all one. This is a planet of one. It's not a planet of this side and that side. And so keep that in mind that the angels are asking you to be more tolerant. There is very divisive language, not from each side perhaps, but one side in particular talks about civil war in this country because of politics. There's a lot of lying going on as well, and there's and when I said both sides, it's definitely uneven, okay? Largely uneven. So don't allow yourself to be pulled in to insanity. Be kind, be tolerant, be gracious. This is a time of understanding. It's a time of understanding we're all human, and step back and see what's really going on, and try not to let yourself get pulled into the insanity, into the drama. Another request, another need, patience for this week, guys. Even though it's calmer, even though you've adjusted, the angels are telling you also to have more patience, especially as you get to the end of the week again. This makes so much sense to me. We're diving into the holidays because of what's going on. So something is going to implode here at the end of the week. Once again, Friday and Saturday into Sunday. Patience card says you are able to let the universal energy of transformation move according to its own loving rhythm. Okay, so it's a request to have more patience, to have more understanding. It's also, the angels are trying to assist you. They see that your way of coping is to throw yourself into traditions, into escape mode. So they're saying, okay, do that. That's all right. But also be sure to be tolerant. Be sure to have patience as well. I just said this, and here's the card. Detachment. This week's advice from the angels is detach yourself from the insanity, the drama. You're being lied to, okay? Not by all right? Not by every politician, not by every member of the press, not by all of your friends and family and your coworkers and your boss, but a lot of it is going on. So be informed by credible sources. Step back and detach yourself and look at it from a detached point of view, and use your gut, use your God-given intuition to see what is happening, and be guided by that rather than the spewing that's going to be going on. Here, the detachment card once again, and the card says you are releasing old patterns and ideas that no longer serve your highest ideals of love. Ideals of love, okay. Releasing old patterns, detaching, not letting yourself be used as a tool, not letting yourself be pulled in. Now, some of you, I don't think it'll be people listening to this, but there are many that are not going to change. They've chosen their side. They're sticking there. It doesn't matter what happens. They're with their person. Okay, we can't change another will, but we can, though, stick to our highest self and do what is best for our highest self, our soul, our heart, and our mind. Be who you truly are. and not let yourself be pulled in by the negative. Last card from the angels this week is evolution. This is a guidance. This evolution means, well, let me read the card first. You realize that obstacles are merely lessons on your path to love. Everything happening this week, good people, and it has been happening for several decades now, but quicker now, in a more speedy way, is the evolution into 5D energy. Heaven is coming to earth. And in order for it to come to earth, we have to clean out the lower energies that are here. The ego, the hate, the bias, the fears. Everything that does not belong in a world, in a universe that has the energies of heaven, which is all love in it. And so we are all ascending into that 5D energy. We're all being confronted by our biases. We're letting our truest selves out so we can clear it out. So we can clean it out, clean it up, and move into that more harmonious, love-centered time. And so there's a purpose to the madness, okay? But that doesn't give you an excuse or anyone an excuse not to treat each other kindly or with lack of understanding. We're all in our spot. We're all doing an evolution at our own pace. And none of us, most of us are going to the same outcome, which is arriving at that 5D energy. Probably all of us who stick around for the whole ride. And it may not even happen in our lifetime, but there's a good shot of it happening in some of your lifetimes. So evolution is the key. That's what's going on here. The angels want you to keep that in the back of your mind and in the forefront of your mind at times, that there is a reason why all of this is happening right now. It does not mean that certain people are anointed by God. It just means that every one of us is playing a higher purpose. Every one of us that is listening to this video is on a course to transitioning into that 5D energy. You're a part of it. That's why you're here right now. That's why you chose to come to this earth at this time to be a part of it. So well done, and congratulations for choosing that, because we know, good citizens, that it's been a pretty rough ride at times, and it's actually somewhat going to get harder. But you're going to get through it. You have the ability to get through it because you have all the power of your Creator with you and in you. So keep that in mind. Pick a card time. Yay! Okay. Pick a number, 1, 2, or 3. I will load the times on so that you don't have to listen to my wonderful voice the whole time if you don't want to. Or you could stick around because sometimes 1, 2, and 3 are all for you. So keep it in mind, you can listen to all 3. But for right now, it's 1, 2, and 3. And the card deck, once again, is Sacred Destiny. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to shuffle these again because they're upside down. I want to make sure I have the right ones. Alright, now we have it. Oh. Okay. Oh. Oh, okay. I get all... I get intuitive nudges as I place them down. Okay. Let me look at this card for a minute. The first number 1s. Number 1s. Gateway card. Let me get my finger out of the way. Gateway. Hope you can see it. I'm going to put it over here. It's a horse. It's a unicorn. So what's this card mean to me, Gateway? The Gateway card to me with this unicorn is, this horse feels to me like it's, even though it's a very fantastical being, it's really transporting itself from old life to new life. There's a invisible line here that I see energetically between a dense world and a magical world. So this week for you, number ones, is a week where you might feel a bit stagnant, a bit stuck. I feel myself in one area of my life, so I'm going to get to work on that very much. And how do I do that? I do that through affirmations. I do it through gratitude. I affirm what I have in my life so that I have the ability to unstick myself, to move things forward for myself. You may feel that you're being held back this week in some way, but the wonderful news is that it's really just a stall on the way to movement. So this week for you is a week where it's just a temporary stall. It's a temporary block. And it's almost like you're waiting in an elevator and it's stuck at the floor. But eventually the elevator will get moving again. Okay. And so hang in there this week. Because you're going to feel that things aren't going fast enough for you. That things aren't working out at your speed. But there is a divine speed to what's happening in your life this week. And the divine speed is awesome. Because the divine speed will always catch up. It might wait to the 11th hour, but then everything will happen overnight. So you may find that you unblock or it unblocks for you by the end of this week or not. But this week is a week that tests you potentially. It's a week that tests your patience. It tests your tolerance. It tests your mood. And so be sure to know that there is a divine purpose going on and a divine intervention going on. And it may not look that way physically, but it is. And so get yourself through the stall. Let yourself be patient. Help yourself to be patient, to live in the present moment, and know that whatever is happening will jog itself forward at some point. Number twos, you have the Wonders card. The Wonders card. Okay, so this week for you, you're going to be like the people that are ahead of the game. You're going to be like the shoppers at the early Black Friday sales, okay? You're going to be the ones leading you're going to be at the head of the river flood in your raft with your oars. Let's get there. Let's get going. You also want to dive into projects potentially this week. Maybe you want to lead committees. Maybe you want to start new ventures for yourself this week. You want to be very outspoken this week about how you feel about things. So that's proactivity maybe happening this week for you. Once again, outspoken, speaking your mind, leading us this week. I am not feeling I'm a 2 this week. I'm more a 1, 2, or 3. But the number 2s are important this week because you kind of are going to be the strong-willed people that the rest of the world will be counting on. So let's get going will be the 2s this week. Let's get it done. Let's make it happen. Keep that positive. Don't turn it into a negative thing where you're divisive about it. But yes, promote. Yes, move the forces forward. Move the family unit forward if it needs to be done. Kick people into shape if you need to. Give them a kick in the butt towards starting their own projects. So this is a week where you are enacting lists, goals, action to get things done. So if you've been putting it off, you are not going to be putting it off anymore this week, most likely. Also, the angels are telling me it's important this week to respect yourself and to treat others with respect. And also, for a lot of you, doing something is showing respect for yourself. So once again, well done. So it's an action week for number 2s this week, and a start to what you've been wanting to do, a start to getting started, beginning the project, whether it be home or business or personal, beginning it. Okay, so well done, well done. Number 3s, happiness, happiness, happiness. Look at the card, look at the card. You're kind of leaping above it all this week, number 3s. You're, even though you may not be leading the, may not be leading the current towards the holidays, Christmas season, the escapes. You're in the wonderful Willy Wonka googly world of, or warm and fuzzy world of already being there. You've probably already gotten the Christmas decorations out, or perhaps you've picked out your outfit for the season or something. You're higher. You're also are the ones who are the spiritual ones this week, going to be heavy into meditation, maybe signing up for a spiritual course, esoteric. You're esoteric more this week, but it pays off for you this week being number 3s, because you are above the fray. You have distanced yourself. You're in your own little bubble this week. And maybe somewhat the 1s and the 2s should go there. Maybe we should join you. And I'll be going there. I'll be going there. Because every week I try to go there. And so if I'm not there already, I try to end the week that way. In just a wonderful kind of bubble, warm and fuzzy sensation of I'm going to be above it all, away from it all, and in happiness. This week I'm focusing on happiness, and that's a lesson for us all. We should always be focusing on happiness, centered. And so 3s, I think you've been working on this for quite a while, so this is not something where suddenly you've been unhappy and you attain happiness, though I wish that for you. These are people that have decided, I'm stepping back, I'm stepping out, and so you've worked to this. Your life has been in such a way that it has brought on this feeling. So it's not an overnight thing. You've been through the storms, but now you've decided, I'm going to step out of the storms. I'm done. I'm detaching. And so you are the detachment card this week. And it works for you because you will have a positive energy and people will want to be around you this week. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So, well done, 3s. All right, I'm going to pull one more card to end this today from the Power of Love deck. They're telling me to go there, so I'm going there. Be right with you. Okay, here we are. And our any card tip for today, the angels want to leave you with virtue, the virtue card. The virtue card says you acknowledge your loving spiritual attributes that encourage others to grow. The angels want you to live this week in virtue, with virtue, virtuous, loving, your highest selves. Try to always be your highest self. It'll pay off for you because what you put out, you get back. So if you put out good, you get back good. Even if it's not your own timing, it always has to come. It's a natural law. I want to thank you so much for joining me again for this weekly angel message. Stay tuned because more videos will be uploaded. Things in my own life have calmed down a bit, or will be calming down, so I'll have some opportunity to post a little bit more. Also want to tell you some exciting news for those of you who don't know. I am also a hypnotherapist, and I just made available a hypnotherapy recording that commands all of your it commands your mind to heal your body. It regresses it back to its perfect state. And it helps you to heal yourself, skeletal, muscular, lungs, heart, emotions, anything that you would like to focus on in healing. It assists you in doing that. That is available for a donation. I am trying to edit my website right now to have a special page for hypnosis recordings, to see what I offer, and to also have the link for donations. But it's also put it on this, since I'm mentioning here, I will put it at the bottom of this video as well. And it's on my Facebook business page under Spiritual Coach Lisa Ha. So if you are interested in that meditation, it's about 30 minutes long. All you have to do is make a donation at the PayPal donation link, and then email me and I will send you the meditation. I'll be adding more, or send you the hypnosis. It's actually hypnosis, and I'll be adding hypnosis, more hypnosis recordings in the future. Also, for those of you new to me, I do have a newsletter. So go to my website, lisahop.com. At the bottom of the homepage is a email link. Click that, add your name. I do announce special events and also things like this, things I'm doing online. So be sure to do that so that you're in the know. Okay? And also, of course, down about the bottom of this video is a subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. Please like the video. If you have any suggestions, please email me, message me. My email is serenityharbor@verizon.net. And also hit the bell so that you know when I do post. Okay, thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful, blessed week. Many blessings. I love you.